Hey everybody, this is your girl Delilah Fitness, aka Masani Wearable Art. So today was a very, very beautiful day. Started out lovely, lovely. Even now it's lovely. So I got an email, a question from someone that follows me on my pages, asking me about Molly Cyrus and her decision to no longer be vegan. Basically, she started eating fish again with her omega-3s, that she wasn't getting enough omega-3s and that her brain wasn't working properly. So her brain wasn't working properly. According to her, on the Joe Rogan, she did a podcast with Joe Rogan, and she admitted that she was vegan from 2013 to 2019, that she was following the vegan lifestyle. So I just want to say, it's very important that we not make veganism a cult, like it's a religion. It's not. To me, it's more ethical that I have decided to be vegan because I did not want to practice murder or killing other life energy on the planet for my own selfish needs so I can eat. When I think about me and my journey here, it is challenging, especially for someone of African descent, and I'm speaking from the heart here, and I'm gonna shoot from the hip here. As an African American and someone who has been traumatized by slavery, and to watch animals live in a cage, treated badly, the calf is abducted from the mother. It reminds me when black people were abducted from their homeland, Africa, stolen people, sexually abused, murdered, and just devalued in every way. It being treated inhumane in so many ways. If you look at the animals and how they're treated, how they're forced to be pregnant to have more children, back in slavery days, to create more workers, that's what happened. So as a person of color, it behooves me, and I'm shocked when I see someone of color eating meat. That's the truth. I personally am not going to be a Debbie Downer, and if somebody's having a steak meal, but I made myself quite outspoken with my YouTube channel, with my Facebook page. So I'm not going to run out here and really browbeat people. You know what you're doing, and you know what happened. You know, as people of color, brown people, even Asians, whatever, people of color, anybody have melanin in them, every one of us were basically tormented. And you have a generation of trauma on a cellular level. So I do think about the animals, and I find that in order for me to stop the trauma, is for me to stop causing pain to some other life energy. Animals do have feelings, they have families, and they do have the right to live. Now back to Molly Cyrus. She basically states that her brain is not functioning properly. Now, I commend her on taking a step towards wanting to experiment in other things, food choices. But for me, when I see someone say, well, Molly is not doing it, so I'm not going to do it, or she started being vegan, so I'm going to be vegan because of her, then to me that states that you are a sheeple. Somebody like a sheep that just follows a celebrity, that you're so stuck on following a celebrity that you don't have a mind of your own. You don't even have a concept of who you are. You're so busy following a celebrity, and you just want to be into fashion. Like being vegan is fashionable now. In 10 years, people, either you have integrity or your ethics, or you don't. So for me, when someone say they were vegan and they stop being vegan, that's on you. I'm going to stay on this path because it's spiritually, it works for me, and it makes me feel, as far as removing generational curses and of dealing with trauma that triggers me when I eat meat, or just murder, just killing something, or seeing dead energy, or dead flesh in my refrigerator. So many black people have gotten killed or sold on the auction block. We don't even know what part of Africa we come from. So if it takes me being vegan to remove some of that trauma in my psyche, and to learn how to be more compassionate, if it takes me not having to eat flesh, then I will sacrifice not eating flesh to heal. This is as a person of color. Compassion. Nobody had compassion for us when they were selling us on the auction block. All the whips and chains on our back, our ancestors, it's still blood in the water. They used to throw us over the ship, sitting on a slave ship, defecating, and just the whole thing is just disgusting. Imagine what animals have to go through when they're being sliced up to be put on the plate and for you to eat. So it's more than just a fashion statement for me. It's a sign of healing and compassion. Compassion. We talk about Black Lives Matter, and we're gonna, we want compensation. Compensation starts with you. Compensation starts with you having compassion for you and healing from within. Even if you never get reparations, reparations starts with you reparating and repairing yourself, and being responsible for what goes into your mouth, and responsible with how you treat other entities on the planet. And that's just the bottom line for me. It's not a fashion statement. It is a way of life. It's not a diet. It is healing. It is healing to release. Because you want to eat meat, you're going to kill something or pay somebody else, go to the grocery store. And a lot of us can't even kill it ourselves. We have to go to the grocery store and pay the middleman to do it. And I'll tell you, if a lot of us had to kill, we would be vegetarian, because a lot of us don't have the guts to slaughter a pig and gut it out and get the chitlins and get the chicken and kill the chicken and break its neck. A lot of us wouldn't do that. That's why we pay and go to the grocery store, because we're cowards. We're cowards. And that's what cowards do. They hide behind an institute, and you pay somebody, and what you're doing with your dollars is supporting murder. And all of that trauma from post-traumatic slave syndrome that we have been through, it's not going to change, or we're not going to heal until we let go of certain things that we have become so fond of, that is just not, it's not right. It's not right to kill. It's not right to kill another animal. So for me, with Miss Cyrus going through her phase of finding herself, it's great that she's finding herself, She's a young lady, and she's trying to find her way. That's all. But for me, and as a woman of color, and as a person who have been through so much, I've watched my grandmother tell me stories of when she was a child, what she went through. Plantations. We walk around the States. There's still plantations that's still around. So for me, it's not so much of a fashion statement. It is the key, is the road to healing. So some of us, she has the luxury where she's making a choice to do that. I'm making a choice to take the road less traveled and be responsible, and really in my behavior pattern, and also in my choices, so we could have a better world, a more loving and compassionate world, as opposed to killing. We've done the killing thing, and it's not working for us. It's not. That's why we're out there marching Black Lives Matters. We're asking, but a lot of us, we kill each other in the Black community. Let's be real. And I'm not justifying somebody else killing and putting a foot on somebody's neck. That is so wrong. But for us to point the finger and say that situation was wrong, we have to clean up our house too. We have to learn how to be more compassionate. And for me, that starts with the choices you make that goes into your mouth, the words that come out of your mouth, and your thoughts. So in order for us to heal, I feel that we have to heal individually, so we could come together as a group. Because a lot of us are so triggered that even when we come together as a race of people, we are so competitive with each other. I want to be the president. I want to be this. I want to be I want to be the king. We don't want to serve and have compassion for as a whole. A lot of us have we just want to rule. We so badly, we want to be Mr. Charlie. We want to be the HNIC. And you know what HNIC means. Head nigger.